Hello, everybody. Welcome to Take the Black Live, the one and the only place on the internet to this day, before, now, and forever, where you can get all the latest news on all things sci-fi, fantasy, movies, TV, books, etc. I am Dan Selke, the editor of winteriscoming.net, here with Camilla Cerveo, winteriscoming.net adjunct professor and all-around fan-sided wunderkind. Daniel Roman is out again this week. We swear he isn't suffering from a degenerative disease or run over by a tractor trailer. He is doing an interview that got pushed into this segment, and Camilla gamely said yes when I asked her if she would fill in. Camilla, thank you. How are you? And season's greetings.
Hello, season's greetings. It is freezing outside and I hate it. I'm good otherwise. Thanks for having me. It's always fun to come in here and chat with you about stuff and things. But how are you? Did you have a good holiday?
I did, yeah. It was good Thanksgiving. We're still working through the food. I love stuff and things, and I imagine everyone else does too. Thanks for everybody. Hello, Urtek. Hello, Renee, Andrew, Julie, Martha. We have a full house today, and Nicole. Good to see you guys too. Good to see everybody. I'm glad you're all here. I suggest we get right into the meat because I don't want to let our public down. Are you good to go, Camilla?
Totes. Let's go.
Cool. So with the Thanksgiving theme of biting into the meat established, let's rip into this roast and talk about what sounds like will be the first footage from House of the Dragon Season 2, debuting this weekend at, I forgot the title already, CCXP Brazil, a big pop culture convention in Brazil. Are you familiar with this, Camilla? Because I understand that you may have Brazilian ancestry.
Yes, I am from Brazil. I'm from São Paulo. So yes, I familiar with CCXP Brazil, and it's a really cool.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's a really, really cool event. It's huge, and I'm jealous of everyone attending.
Especially now.
Especially now, because it's at home. Especially now. But no, and they get to see House of the Dragon Season 2 footage, which is something that we're all after, and now we still can't see it.
But hopefully soon. So the news is that this convention, CCXP, I'm saying it right? Yeah, CCXP Brazil, is this big convention going to this weekend. I think it kicks off tomorrow, runs through Sunday, and we're hearing from several reliable sources, including Redanian Intelligence, Wake the Dragon, Westeros, which are all kind of go-to places for info, that HBO is going to debut their first teaser trailer scene, I'm not really sure, from House of Dragon Season 2, there for fans, hopefully. We know they already had one. They debuted a little teaser trailer thing a few weeks ago for press, but we weren't there, even though we should be, as we should be everywhere. So the general public and us didn't get to see it. No. But word is, Camilla, they're going to show it off this weekend at CCXP, and we know that there are going to be two actors from the cast there. You'll have Ewan Mitchell, who plays Aemon Targaryen, and Steve Toussaint, who plays Corlys Velaryon, there to, sign autographs, maybe be on panels, and perhaps to soak up the fan love when they show the first, hopefully horrifying footage of House of the Dragon Season 2. What are you feeling right now?
I am really sad that I'm not going to be in the same room as Ewan Mitchell because I adore him. I'm sad that I don't get to see this footage because I need it. I need it really badly. But hopefully we can hopefully we'll get to see it soon. I'm excited to see what they're going to show. I'm excited to see how long this footage is. I'm excited to see if there's going to be any other secret cast that just happened to pop up without anybody knowing.
It's been a minute since we've had something really meaty, stick with the metaphor, to really sink our teeth into and tear apart when it comes to new House of the Dragon stuff. And a teaser trailer might just be what the doctor ordered, mixing metaphors, I'm sorry, but I could really enjoy it because we've talked so much about we're going to meet the dragon seeds. We're going to see the Battle of Rook's Rest. We're going to see the Blood and Cheese incident. We're going to meet these new characters, and it'll be cool to see some of that in the flesh. Also, a little disclaimer, we could be wrong. I feel like the buzz is building pretty well, so I'm anticipating this will pay off. But just in case we're wrong, you know, I'll say a disclaimer that we're human, fallible, and I didn't see you being so perfect. So
Yeah,
really,
no,
we shouldn't be blamed if we're incorrect.
no, not at all. No, we're here to make mistakes sometimes.
Yes, we love making mistakes. I love mistakes.
Sometimes mistakes are great, but yeah, no, mistakes aside and false information, whatever, disclaimer aside, I'm really excited to see what we can see from this when we do see it.
Very cool. Anything in particular that you or anybody else out there in the comments would want to see in a teaser trailer this weekend?
I would love to see any kind of, I'm just very like blood and cheese oriented, just because I want to see.
Fair enough.
I want to get it. I want to know if they're gonna like put our toes in the water, or if they're just gonna like yeet us in. You know, when it comes to that, if it's gonna be.
I want to. They might. They might, because it'd be something they filmed early, and they could like already have stuff to do it. I just hope they show things that confirm everything I want to happen. I want them to show things that confirm they are doing things the correct way and not the wrong way, which I have outlined here on the show a few times. I don't know if you know this, but I'm right about everything, and I know exactly what they should do.
Absolutely.
And I just want to have my suspicions and hopes confirmed.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. There are characters that I'm very interested in seeing how they are adapted. I completely forgot her name, even though like that's the one that I'm like, I wish I could be her.
Tilly.
Yes, you know, it's just one of those people, and I just want to see like the characters, their development. I want to see how they play off, like, because at the end of the first season, Aemond going, "Oh no, I didn't mean to like get my nephew killed." Like we all know that was possibly not true according to the book, like that he felt that way. So I'm curious to see how that's going to translate later on, his character development, all that juicy stuff.
I have an image now of the teaser trailer, and Eamon walking into a room, and Allison going, "So did you deliver the message?" And him going like, "Well," and then it just cuts to some dragons fighting, like Julie says. That'd be fun. That's what I want.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mom, you see, what happened was, yeah, no, that I was
like, you can't be mad, but
promise me you're not going to ground me, Mother. This is serious.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We will keep an eye out. In the meantime, we have some other stuff coming out. George R. R. Martin, author of A Song of Ice and Fire, and of course, Fire and Blood, gave speaking of Portuguese, a pretty lengthy live stream interview to a Portuguese magazine called Bang, which maybe perhaps sounds cooler in Portuguese, alongside author Bernard Cornwell, who wrote The Winter King, a book series I like a lot, and the Saxon Stories, Last Kingdom. And he just dropped a few sound bites. Thought I'd go over a couple of them and see what feelings arise.
I'm ready.
Okay. You know, he talked a lot. It's like an hour and a half interview. It's pretty worth watching. At one point, he was just talking about how House of the Dragon's going, and says House of the Dragon, which just finished filming its second season, and we're going to be doing planning for the third season soon. So that's good. Saying he's going to plan the third season. I like that, because in a way, House of the Dragon is a bit behind, like your tattoo, is a bit behind other shows like The Wheel of Time and Lord of the Rings, that we haven't heard of it like working really far ahead. And I like the idea of HBO getting to jump on things and planning out for multiple years ahead of time, so we don't have to wait 30 years between seasons.
Okay.
What are you writing, Camilla?
Nothing. I thought you were just gonna keep dropping some George R. R. Martin nuggets. I can
do that.
I was gonna rate 10 out of 10.
Excellent. Thank you.
It's great. Yes.
There's still 2 quotes to go. So
yes.
Okay, let's see if I can keep it up. He also dropped this tidbit about, he was asked, and it's a good question, like, why wasn't the show Game of Thrones called A Song of Ice and Fire? If your series called A Song of Ice and Fire, why did they choose Game of Thrones? And he basically said, I mean, they pick it, I don't pick it. I guess they liked it more. It worked out, because Game of Thrones is a pretty iconic kind of phrase right now. But he also dropped this little tidbit about House of the Dragon, which they could have called The Dance of the Dragon, since that's what it's kind of about. But he said, the House of the Dragon title means that when the dance is over, we can continue the story, which kind of plays into this theory that after they do adapt this part of the story, they could, in theory, adapt more Targaryen shenanigans. They could do Aegon the Conqueror. They could do that one jerk face who was Aegon the Conqueror's son, whose
Oh,
name was Maegor the Cruel. There we go. They could do the damn, I would know this. The Blackfire rebellions, that they could do the Mad King and call it all House of the Dragon as long as it's Targaryen folk, which is a fun idea.
Yeah, no, actually Blackfire would be amazing to watch on screen. That'd be really that'd be a really cool rebellion to watch. Just saying.
And they will kind of do that with the Dunk and Egg show, because that kind of takes place during the Blackfire rebellions, or at least one of them. I forget which one. I still got to read those. I agree with Andrew. When there's a biopic made for George R. Martin, they need to cast Dan. I will be happy to wear suspenders and whatever that hat he always wears is called. What is that called? Like Page Boy? No, it's like sailor's cap. I don't know what it is.
I'm bad at English. I don't know. I'm sorry.
George R. Martin is a good example that making a style brand for yourself doesn't have to be expensive. All you need is consistency and following your sartorial truth. So that's advice to anybody out there who wants to just have an iconic look. It doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to be too pricey.
No, hat done.
What kind of hat? I don't know. I still don't know. I'll look it up later. And finally, he said that there are like 8 other Game of Thrones spinoff shows in development. The Dunk and Egg show has been greenlit. The others, not yet, but we're working on them, developing some of them. And just that got some play, saying there are like 8 other shows. I don't think he meant it literally. I think he meant that just because I watched the interview and he was just like kind of, they say like, I got like a million things to do. Like it was that kind of energy. Which is fine. We know there are some. Personally, I'm not sure if I've ever asked you this. I know I've asked Daniel this. So right now we got House of the Dragon on the air and the Dunk and Egg show in development. Are you happy with that, or do you want the Game of Thrones to be like The Walking Dead or increasingly The Boys, I guess, which has like a 3rd spinoff in development right now? Or do you want it to be like more contained, just like 1, maybe 2, and like that's enough, dude. Just focus on what works.
I think containment would be nice for once, because every time some kind of franchise does well, they're like, hey, spin-offs left and right. Let's keep this like cash cow going, milk it dry. And it just ruins it. Star Wars, Marvel, everything right now is just constant exhaustion of content. And it's really sad, especially for those that really, really love the franchise, the fandom.
Sure.
I'm excited about Dunk and Egg because I think those novellas are hilarious and they're great and they're like just really fun little adventures and it's really cool to see like on the screen. Another one that I would be with would just be Snow, just because I kind of what they would do with John's character at this point. But yeah, I'm sorry, Zelda's going to be barking on and off because Snow is really scary. So, but speaking of Snow, I think that's I think just the Dunk and Egg and Snow would be the only 2 spinoffs that on top of House of the Dragon that I'm fine with. But House of the Dragon, I agree with you. Great.
Those are the ones that I would choose too. Although I wish more folk would like embrace the idea of do one and then when it's over, do another. Like I don't mind keeping the thing going, but I don't think we need like multiple things on at once all the time. Not everything has to do that. And yeah, like you said, Star Wars and Marvel are kind of blasting it out. It's part of this sort of philosophy that's guided Hollywood for a few years now. I don't want to say it's all Marvel's fault, but it has a lot to do with it, where it is kind of about the content fire hose has to be firing at all times. And I wonder if there is even a way to pull back from that. Like, I'm not sure they have it in them, the studios, to like actually turn off the spigot or turn it down or go back to an older model where the expected thing was you'd make a movie and make a TV show, and maybe once in a great while you'd make a sequel or a spinoff if it was really warranted. Today, it more seems like you go in wanting to do a spin-off or something, or a
Yeah.
sequel planned, or you can like sell books as a trilogy but not a single. And it's the rare hit that is just one and done.
Yeah, I miss the one and done. I really do. It makes you like appreciate the content more. It makes you like appreciate moments in the content more, like specific moments and characters. Because now it's all about, hey, miraculously they survived, something like that, or hey, another timeline, pull them back. Like, I hate that. Stop pulling punches. Give in to us.
Yeah.
Let us cry. We'll heal. We'll be fine. Like, just let us have that moment to hold on to instead of just giving us a ton of little moments that really don't mean anything.
I agree. Yeah, it's too much of a good thing. It's just is still too much. And I think Game of Thrones does do it better so far. Cross fingers, knock on wood, and some other things. But I think it takes constant vigilance. And I think the only thing that can really crash the industry into going to another model is like a crash. If this model fails on a big scale, the way that like the old model did in the 60s or something. But and I'm sure we'll cover it if it happens right here on Take the Black Live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. CST.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see what happens now.
We also got one other little bit of news from I did. Cool. From House of the Dragon, a little bit of casting. We got Archie Barnes, young actor from The Batman, as Oscar Tully. Not anything huge to report. The coolest thing about Oscar Tully in House of the Dragon is that his father is named Elmo Tully, and his great-grandfather is Grover Tully. So obviously Martin's doing a little Sesame Street thing here for kicks and giggles. I hope they keep it. I hope they don't mention it. Or do I want them? Or do I want Oscar to just like be to wake up in a pile of garbage and then always be grouchy? We'll see.
It'd be great. I know a lot of people who aren't familiar that were like, no, he had to go ahead and put like all that stuff on there, Sesame Street on there. No, that's been written. Sorry.
Yes.
It has been written. But no,
It's
I do
cute.
like that. It is cute. I think it's cute. It's like put innocence where innocence doesn't belong.
Yeah.
But,
like the occasional like little winking reference to pop culture is okay, as long as it doesn't become like a Joss Whedon-esque, again, fire hose of nonstop references. Like it's all right to do a little thing every once in a while. It just can't overpower anything. And sure, some Sesame Street characters named after it. Don't draw attention to it. That'd be fine.
I agree.
A Targaryen loyalist. Yeah, I am saying there is a Targaryen loyalist asked, are we seriously saying we get a trailer this weekend? And I'm saying I don't want to say absolutely in case I'm wrong, but all signs are our sources tell us that yes, it's happening. And God, I hope it does. I don't want to make a fool. But yeah, I would put money on it, but I put a lot of money on it. You can't make me say, but I would put money on it.
I'll bet you $5.
I will fully bet you $5. Yeah, I'm totally down for $5. I'll go as high as 10.
All right, 10. Let's do it. Make it so. Perfect.
10 American.
10.
Yeah.
American dollars, yes. Because
Yeah.
it's double in reais, and I'm not gonna give you $20. Sorry. But yeah, no, I think you're right. We might usually when they see it, we get to see it like a day or so later, hopefully.
Yeah. So we'll cross our fingers for it and look out. And if it's right, I want you to remember that I predicted it and that I am precognitive.
And you were $10 more richer.
Yeah, someone will owe me $10. I don't know who. I'll go find one, a few people. Bad Thought Studio talking about a Game of Thrones season 9 with Martha, which I don't think will ever happen, or at least not for a long, long time until they get truly desperate. If Drogon takes Dany to the Red Priestess of Atlantis and revives her, it's the only way a Jon Snow spinoff could work. I don't think so. I think what they'll probably do if they do that is just have a small scale adventure of him going beyond the wall and probably fighting some wildlings realistically.
Yeah, they're trying to unite them under one banner.
For what? Who are they fighting now? Each other? I bet it'll be like a wildling separatist group.
Civil war. It's a wildling civil war.
There you go.
Sorry.
How about this? How about like a White Walker cult of like wildlings who worship the White Walkers as their gods, and they're trying to revive them. Ooh, Dan, you're writing yourself a pitch.
I will write that. I will legitimately write that spinoff 100%.
We'll write it together. I think it's a great idea.
Let's do it. Let's just do it. Why not?
Again, this is our form. HBO, sign us up. We'll be happy to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
$20. $20 American. All right. Any other thoughts, Camilla, on anything Game of Thrones or House? We're going to move on to our next topic.
Just excited.
Good. I am too. Zelda agrees.
Zelda is like screaming, give me all the dragons from the living room. I'm sorry.
If Zelda comes in here and you're okay with it, I'd love to see her. But if not, don't worry about it. I love dogs.
She's adorable.
Oh, Scruffy is right back here.
Scruffy baby. So cute. Oh my goodness, so cute. That is so sweet. I don't know if I can coax her in there. My powers or what. That usually works on cats, right?
Whatever, animals. All right. Our next topic, Camilla, is something that you are familiar with and I am really not, so I'm going to put you in the driver's seat for a bunch of it. Oh, here they come. I think just today... How could you know? I think just today, Amazon Prime Video, the makers of such hit shows as The Wheel of Time and such hit-ish shows as Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, have announced, or rather pulled the curtain back on a show based on the Fallout video game series by Bethesda Softworks. Camilla, for those not familiar, would you give us a brief primer on what the Fallout video game series is and why this show might matter?
Post-apocalyptic chaos with super mutants, weird creatures, factions that hate each other, caps, new cola caps for currency.
Oh, cool.
Chaos everywhere. I already said chaos everywhere. It's just a lot of fun. Radiation everywhere. Having to take a lot of radiation medication, Pit Boys and things, and it's great. Fallout's really fun. It's a very cool adventure game where you go and you do quests, you following like a main quest, but you also have like little side quests here and there in a somewhat big like open world-ish setting. And it's a lot of fun. Nice. Fallout 3 is my jam. I don't care about the rest of them, especially not 76.
I've never played Fallout, but I've heard nothing but bad things about 76. Do you think do you think this would make a good TV show, and are you excited for the one that they're actually making? Like, why? What about the games lend itself to a TV show?
Just the conflict and like the fact that between the factions. That's probably like my favorite thing. And just like little characters that you meet and like things that you do for them, and there's just little stories. It's really cool. It's a really cool thing. It's I don't know if I'm trying to think of something that's kind of comparable. But
I played RPGs, but I know that it's like kind of 40s themed aesthetically when they have like
cool. It's like
the boogie woogie bugle boy for Company B kind of like style.
Yes. It's very that style. It's like oldies, like on the radio. Like it's really cool. it's pretty cool.
Oh, I guess because Fallout. Okay, because we drop nuclear bombs and then it's for okay, I get it. Anyway, they release these images, which it does look pretty good. We got
that's a nice
the lead character is what's that? Oh, for Kyle MacLachlan. Oh, nice is that the thing? That's the thing. That's the one. That's the Vault Boy.
Yeah.
So that is the lead character is named Lucy, played by Yellow Jacket star Ella Purnell, and they live in like this underground bunker, which I think is normal in Fallout. And then she has to like venture out, and her dad's played by Kyle MacLachlan. Now that I'm here for. I like Kyle MacLachlan.
That's cool. I
Freaky
haven't
strong on that,
looked
man.
at the cast or paid attention to who the cast is.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
They have some decent cast members. I know that we'll get to Walton Goggins in a second, but I know that we also have this picture of, I want to say it's the Brotherhood of Steel, which looks pretty badass.
Yes, the Brotherhood of Steel, they just look so cool. They're one of the factions on there. So cool.
They totally do. And those giants is a little armor thing. I could see being scared by that.
Yeah.
And then finally, Walton Goggins, who is a very good actor, as the Ghoul, which apparently is some kind of radiation sickness monster man.
Yes. I can't wait to see this now.
Are these pics doing it for you? Like, are these like look
Yeah,
like a
no, I
good
mean
translation
these
of
are
the games.
very translatable from the game. Like I love the costuming and like just the overall environment on the first picture with the two actors and then the Brotherhood of Steel and then his face like is just screaming adapted from the game. Like I hope the story is as good as what it looks, if that makes sense.
I do know that they're not adapting like a story of one of the games. They're making an original story based on the world.
Okay.
Good idea, bad idea.
Remains to be seen. We'll see.
Gotcha.
I'm very easily excitable, but then I have to sit down and watch it, and I tend to be like very harsh with things that I like, so I might be pretty harsh.
I will say I'm a little nervous because it's made by Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy, who brother of Christopher Nolan, that's neat. But they're the folks behind Westworld on HBO, and that show started out very strong and what was very, very intriguing, and then sort of melted in front of my eyes as I watched it over the next. I watched all 4 seasons, and it was, man, that was like a combination of pretension combined with laziness, but I mean, they had the resources, but they just weren't like hitting on the interesting points of the story by the end. It was
no. Like the show completely changed from what it was in season 3, and it's absolutely horrendous. Like season 3 was a mistake.
Damn.
Season 3 was an absolute mistake. Season 1 was by far the best one. 2 was good because they had some character development, and I love Rodrigo Santoro, and he's in it, and it's great. But 3 lost its way, and I had no idea there was even a 4th season. I gave up on it.
There was a 4th and final. Yeah, I think a lot of folk gave up on it. The 4th one was better, but like it was too little, too late, man. It was over. Isn't it amazing how folk? I mean, it's. I can see a world where like if you make a show that rough, I'm not sure you get another series. I'm not sure you get a chance to make like a big expensive show. I'm concerned because I mean they have talent, but and maybe it'll be a little more straightforward because I doubt they'll do some kind of crazy time warping thing. I don't know. They're the ones making it. You know, at first when they like jump ship to go from HBO to Amazon, I remember being like, ooh, Amazon's losing some of its like its big weapons. And then I watched Westworld melt, and I was like, or maybe they were unloading them. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm concerned. I can't control the expressions on my face. It just happens. So I'm literally concerned because I didn't know that was them making it.
I mean, reserve judgment, like you said. I'm a little concerned too, but I'm not invested in the games like you are. I never played them, but I think it looks cool, and I'll check it out when it comes in. I think it's April 12th, so it's pretty soon. April 12th, 2024, around the corner.
It's Amazon's birthday to me, birthday present. Thank you. Thank you.
Is that your birthday?
It's like a few days after that.
Nice. Jeff Bezos knows.
But no, I when they make a BioShock one, then I'll be excited.
Is that
I need a BioShock?
That's not Bethesda, show. Is it? That's somebody else.
I don't think so. I don't remember.
It doesn't. Who cares? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Okay, you look it up. Meanwhile, I'll answer some of these questions here. Bad Thought Studio asked.
It's not. It's 2K. 2K.
It is.
2K. Yes.
I don't want to get into this because otherwise I don't want to like sort through my bad information about video game studios on a podcast. I don't want to waste that time. Bad Thought Studio asked if we think the hints that they dropped in season 8 they were planning for a season 9, and I can pretty definitively say no.
Which one?
Bad Thought Studio asked whether we thought, based on Game of Thrones season 8 and the hints they dropped therein, they were planning the season 9, and I would say definitely no. That seemed very definitive, like open enough to maybe come back for it in years for like a little sequel series about Jon Snow or Arya, but no, they definitely wanted to wrap that thing up. And we've talked a lot about whether it wrapped up well, but no, I did not see that as laying the groundwork for more. They were very done. But you know what isn't very done, Camilla, and hasn't been done for 60 years?
What?
Is Doctor Who. He's not a medical doctor. He's not a doctor of philosophy. He's just the Doctor. I don't think he has a degree at all, but he, and occasionally she, has been bumming around space and time for the past 60 years in one form or another. And this past weekend, a past Doctor, David Tennant, who played the 10th Doctor in the 2000s, returned to the role for a series of specials. And I watched the first one, and I thought it was pretty good.
That's awesome. I've only caught, like, I used to watch Tenants, and then wow, Cam is forgetting everything. Daemon Targaryen. Oh my God, what is his name?
Yes, Matt Smith.
Matt Smith, thank you. Yeah, Matt Smith and David Tennant. I did watch some of theirs, but I haven't watched much of Doctor Who at all.
I'm with you. I'm very much a fair weather fan. I've like kind of come on for some of the bigger episodes. I kind of like watch part of it just when I got this job, because I figured like I should know what Doctor Who's about, right? Like everyone likes it, but I've kind of gone in and out. But I will say I think they're doing a good job of hyping up this kind of next era. Everyone knows David Tennant. He was kind of a beloved Doctor, and bringing him back is a smart move to kind of get some of the older fans to watch. I know the old showrunner who was around when Tennant was there originally is back. Like after years away, he's back doing the show again. I thought it was a fun episode. Doctor Who has always like sort of, obviously it's very British, and there are some times when I'm watching that show, like, I don't know, the way they deliver lines or deliver jokes is maybe so dry, it's too much for my wet, soggy American mind to get. I've never loved it, but I like there's a lot of energy. I like there's a lot of sincerity. I like that there's a lot of cheekiness to it. Even maybe it's a half quart cheekiness too much for me sometimes, but I enjoyed it. And I really liked that. So this one was about Tennant comes back and they fight this homicidal little furry adorable creature named the Meep, who goes from like being all meek and cutesy and plushable to that.
So
and that was fun.
These really are.
It was great. It was a good gimmick, because like he's like kind of really adorable and shy and mundane, and like talks like, "Hello, I am the Meep," for part of it, and then he like switches into like crazy psycho mode. It was memorable. Like I remember I was like watching it, and I was kind of like answering emails or whatever, and doing stuff. But when that thing happened, I was like, "Ooh," and I started to watch. So it had me. I genuinely liked the episode, and I think it bodes well for the rest of it.
I'm gonna have to give it a watch
if you have time. I mean, I'm not going to say go out and run to watch it or your nerd card is forfeit or anything, but if you have a spare hour, it was pretty fun. And I think it bodes well for the future, because this show is always reinventing itself. They're going to do 2 more of these, and they're going to have a whole new Doctor in 2024. And I wish the show the best, because I know it has a long history, and I know it has a lot of people who love it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely have to check it out when I have time.
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Are you watching anything else, Camilla? Or are you watching anything else, people out there on the internet watching us?
I am watching Monarch, as always.
Right. How's it going?
It's amazing. It's so good. I love it. New episode comes out on Friday, and it's going to be amazing. I'm excited to see what everybody thinks about it. And I myself have 2 episodes left to actually finish it. So I haven't finished it yet. Haven't had time. But I am very confident that I will finish on a very strong note, because I'm a huge fan of that show.
Cool. So it's been like really strong for you. So like how far along is this first season of this Godzilla show on Apple TV Plus by now?
This will be episode 4.
Okay.
Friday. So it's about it's half, because it's 8 episodes.
Nice. Okay, so, cool.
It's pretty cool. It's good. I highly recommend, because I love Godzilla and he's great, and so are the rest of the MonsterVerse monsters. Speaking of Godzilla, a new Godzilla movie comes out Friday.
Yes.
Godzilla minus
this Friday?
Toho Studios. It's the Japanese, not like the MonsterVerse, the Legacy MonsterVerse, but the actual Toho Studios it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm so psyched. I'm gonna have to go watch it.
Realistically, I probably can't fit that into. There's so much to watch. There's so much to watch and do. It does sound cool, and I'm glad that it seems to be hitting with you. And again, I'm sorry it's not like blowing up everywhere and being talked about. It always blows my mind that like these big shows that where you get Kurt Russell or whichever actor they got
He's
for it.
so good in it too.
Yeah, he's
I
good.
love Kurt Russell so much. Like
Can't
from
not.
years ago, like Soldier, like in the 90s, and then like
Soldier, wow.
he does my favorite rendition of Santa. I hate Christmas movies. I will always watch the Christmas Chronicles because he's Santa and I love him. He's great.
I don't know what that is. I'll Google it later.
Oh my God, it's such a good Christmas movie. It's on Netflix.
Okay. Good. I will try and check it out, and I'm glad that it's found an audience member who loves it. And I assume other folk are watching it too. I don't know why I never hear about these things. By the way, Andrew asked, I've never seen Doctor Who. Do you think I could still get the special? That is
It is a good question.
I don't know.
So you know the gist of it, maybe?
I'm gonna say no, because not only are these specials, the latest in a 60-year legacy, but they're pretty tied to like David Tennant specifically past episodes. I do think when the new guy comes along, Nikuti Gatwa, who was in the Barbie movie, next year, I think they're gonna try for like a fresh thing then where it's really like, come newcomers, we welcome you in. It's the water's fine. You don't need to know anything else. These specials do seem like they're celebrating kind of like the Tennant era. So watch at your own risk. But I think the evil Furby is going to be good no matter what you know.
Evil Furby.
I'm sorry, the more evil Furby.
Yeah, because Furbies are evil.
The kid.
Oh, possessed.
And Julie, by the way, also loves Christmas movies. Do you have a favorite, Julie? Do you have a favorite, Camilla?
The Christmas Chronicles and then Love Actually.
Oh, Love Actually, of course.
Consider Love Actually a Christmas movie. I just love that.
Oh,
movie.
of course you can. It's on the holidays when snow is falling.
A guy proposes to a girl in Portuguese, like it's beautiful. He learns Portuguese just to propose to her, like it's beautiful.
Rick Grimes is trying to seduce like an 18-year-old Keira Knightley who's already married while her husband's inside. It's great feel-good movie.
Yeah, Alan Rickman and gives his secretary present that's strictly just a present.
Oh God, that doesn't like the president of the U.S. who'd been like Bush at the time, Hugh Grant beats him up.
Yeah, Hugh Grant gets mad at him. Hugh Grant is like the UK guy and the prime minister, and like his secretary, the U.S. president tries to mess with her, and he's like, no, but yeah.
Sure. Some wish fulfillment right there. I always hit the Charlie Brown Christmas. That's what I watched when I was a kid. But yeah, that's good stuff. Maybe we'll do a Christmas special later in the year. We'll see.
We should.
For now, why don't we go on to the Wick News Lightning Round, where we go through some stories we didn't have time to cover in the main body of the episode and give our 20-second opinions. No more, no less. Camilla, are you ready?
Hit me. Not really.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
I can't. And Julie, by the way, loves Love Actually and A Miracle on 34th Street. Oh yeah, Christmas movies are always fun. They are evergreen for now. Anyway, I've arranged these, so I will ask you first, and hopefully these will go where we all know something to talk about. But if they don't, whatever, we'll figure it out. Camilla, 20 seconds on the clock. Game of Thrones veteran Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, played Jaime Lannister, is going to play William the Conqueror in a new medieval drama called King and Conqueror. Are you in?
Love it. Where is this streaming? When is this coming out?
BBC, probably next year or the year after that.
I would keep my eyes peeled for it, but I love him and I think he's going to do great in that role.
Yeah. I mean, and William the Conqueror, based on Aegon the Conqueror, was in the spicy for it, so kind of a Game of Thrones connection.
It's going to be great.
I think we're good.
We beat the buzzer.
We beat the buzzer.
There it is. Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
The Crown's Olivia Williams will reportedly play Queen Margaise. I can't say that. Margaise.
That's good.
In the Wheel of Time season 3. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the Wheel of Time coming up, season 3. Olivia Williams is someone who I've liked for a long time. She was in The Nevers and Dollhouse and other shows that got canceled made by Joss Whedon, but she was always really, really good. And Queen Morghese is an important character all the time. She's queen, you know, you gotta have a queen. And I'm sure she can bring the gravity it'll need. I trust that completely. They've done some great casting on that show. They've had a lot of news that excites me about the casting.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a fun one. Hey, Camilla, according to the website Ranker, where folks vote on all manner of things, Joffrey Baratheon is the most hated character in all of TV. Sound right?
Yeah, that is damn right. And like Gleason himself, like I actually got to chat with him in December last year, and he has said
Oh
that
yeah.
he hates the character himself. And like he's not a big fan of him, and he had a really rough time when he was playing him. And I feel so bad for him. But yes, I also hate him. The queen of loving villains hates Joffrey Baratheon. 100%.
Wow.
Annoying kid, want to punch him. Okay. Hey Dan.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan Majors trials for assault begin today.
Okay, it's a heavy one. Yeah, Jonathan Majors playing Kang in the MCU, currently under a cloud of suspicion because of these assault allegations by, I think it might be more than one woman, but I know it's at least one. This could determine like not only with Majors and his victims, but like a whole movie franchise. Like I'm not sure what they're gonna do. They're in a real pickle, as is he, as when he. So we'll see what happens there.
We'll have to talk more in depth about this because I've been all over that.
Really? Okay. I should.
Yeah. Kang is my favorite MCU character, so it's like anyway.
Yeah, pickles aplenty. This is an interesting one. There is a new spin-off of The Boys coming, the superhero show on Amazon Prime Video, called The Boys Mexico, a Spanish language spin-off, not remake, just set in the same world, but it's Mexico City.
That is awesome.
You think?
And if this works, and if because I mean you always get what fun is that for a foreigner? Yeah, sure. Like you're watching a show and everything takes place in America and they always speak English. Like things happen outside of the US too, you know. And like it's nice to it's gonna be fun to watch that all happen in Spanish. I hope like it does well, and I hope like other franchises pick that up.
I'm intrigued, yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you know that Stranger Things star just kidding. Well, I skipped one. I'm sorry. I'll go back up. I apologize.
Cool.
Zelda
You're all good.
The Witcher author Sapkowski said that he likes a TV show and he likes Henry Cavill's performance, but that Netflix never listened to my ideas because he is, you know, just the author.
Which is true. So the Witcher author Andrzej Sapkowski is kind of a legendarily grumpy guy, and he just loves saying stuff like this. He likes TV show, he likes Henry Cavill, but they never listen to me. I'm just the writer. What do I know? Which is pretty common in TV writing, I think. Like a lot of authors say that just the writer is sort of cast aside. They just want to do what they want to do. He seems fine. He's hilarious. He's very. If you ever like go Google sometimes, he's just like the grumpiest stuff. I love that guy. I think he's the best.
He's pretty grumpy. He's pretty grumpy.
Camilla, I like we're saying our first names at the start whenever we do one of these. Here's another slightly heavier kind of newsy one. Stranger Things star Matthew Modine, I think who plays Elle's evil father or whatever, is among several actors who are not going to ratify the new SAG-AFTRA actors contract. They don't want the strike to end because they don't think the deal protects them enough from AI. What do you think of that? They right or wrong?
I mean, I get it, and I'm mostly on their side of saying no, but AI is something that's not gonna go away. It's only gonna progress as our technology progresses, and it's something that we're gonna have to be very tactful, like talking about and like coming up with real rules once it keeps like going and reaching new levels of intelligence. But I mean, good for them. I honestly, I don't think I would either. You know?
Fair enough. It's gonna be interesting.
But hey, Dan, did you know that Timothy Oliphant joins Noah Hawley's Alien show for FX as a synth android?
I did hear that. Timothy Oliphant, good actor, like him. I think playing an android is a good fit for him because no shade, but he kind of has like a waxy look in the face. Do you know what I mean? He kind of looks like
Oh my
face-tuned in
God.
real life,
No, he
like
does.
very sort of smooth. So yeah, I think it's a good role, and he's a good actor. I'm not saying he's a real robot or anything. That's be slander.
No, he's a good actor though. That'd be cool.
Yeah. And that is our show. Camilla, thank you once again for coming on. In a pinch, you're always welcome here. It's always a blast to talk to you. Do you like the title of Winter is Coming Adjunct Professor?
I do. Adjunct professor. I have to adjust my glasses every time I say it.
Yes, you're really
if
you're
I could
into
get
character.
the anime glare, it would be even better, but I can't. But no, I do. I appreciate that title. Thank you. It's dear to my heart because we all know I love Wick.
Cool.
So, yeah.
We look forward to having you back, perhaps for that Christmas special or something.
Yeah.
And for everyone else, Dan Roman should be back next week, unless he's driving home and hits an owl or something. We'll see what happens.
An owl?
Yeah, right in his windshield. He just careens off, and
That's
he
what
has to
happened to
make his
Hedwig.
way back. What's that?
That's what happened to Hedwig.
Mhm. Daniel Rowan, why'd you kill Harry Potter's owl? But until then, you can see us wherever you get your podcasts. You can download some podcast form, be it iTunes, Google Play, anywhere else. And to watch us live, tune into the Winter's Coming Facebook or YouTube page every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be back. We're always back. We love talking with you guys. Love talking to each other. Love bringing you the latest on sci-fi, fantasy, movies, and TV. Right here on Take the Black. See you next time, and have a wonderful week. Bye.
Bye.